Hey guys, I apologize about being late, but thugkj is here to commentate this race. We've got thugkj versus Seathorne74. Just to catch all up on how the race has been going so far, these guys have been staying really close. There hasn't been any major mistakes. Fortunately, we've just gotten through World 1, parts of World 2, so the excitement is yet to come. This is going to be a really great match between these two guys. They're both very good at this game. You can see them on Twitch playing this game a lot. So you guys make sure to go and follow these runners and show them your support as they continue melting away their PB for No Star World. This is a best of 3 race. The winner of this is going to have to take 2 races to continue on to the next round. The loser, unfortunately, will be going home. This is a single elimination. The winner of this will go on to face Weird Waldo 42, who we know from his recent win against Marcelo. Alright, Seathorn got both of them got that healthy early P speed off on that level. We've seen a lot of trouble with it. Unfortunately, Seathorn does touch the clouds. It's going to cause him to lose a little amount of time as he had to build his P speed back up. Alright, they've got just one more flyover level before they hit Morton's Castle, where there is a distinct possibility that we'll see one of these two runners pull ahead in that castle. If you guys want any more information about this tournament or to follow your favorite runners along, you go ahead and type in that command SMW. That's going to give you all the information you need for the bracket, the schedule, access to the Discord, so you can stay up to date on all this. Alright, and both of them doing a good job, not missing any cape pumps. They're going to be going into Morton's Castle. And as I said earlier, this is where there's a distinct possibility that one of these two runners will pull ahead. There's some very technical cape mechanics that will be coming up here in the next room. First, they've got to get up to the secret pipe, though. Alright, now we're going to see both runners attempting something that we call Morton Fly. This is a vertical level with very little horizontal platforms to maintain your P speed. They're going to have to utilize all of their vertical height. Seathorn and Thug getting up there good. Thug not quite getting that last flight. He should be able to make the same cycle, though. Alright, Seathorn and Thug getting up there. They're going to use this fireball to do a quick pop, pop, and jump on Morton. And they're out of there. They're going to be moving on to Vanilla Dome 1. Both of them have a cape. They're both looking really good. Alright, they're both in the cutscene at the same time. Noticing both players are running on the Japanese version, so we're not going to see any little differences between the two runners. Alright, Seathorn is first in Vanilla Dome, and right behind him is thugkj, who we all know from his recent win against Demon Battler in a round 1 match. And the winner of this will go on to face Weird Waldo 42. Good fly on their parts, moving their way into Vanilla Secret. This is another level like Morton's Castle where they're going to have to utilize a lot of cape mechanics to get through this level as fast as they need to. Good choke point from Seathorn. Let's see how Thug does. You got to avoid these Koopas. It's a very tight spot. We've seen a lot of capes get lost there. So good on both of them for getting through that level just fine. Alright, Seathorn and Thug have a couple of flyover levels to put under the belt before they make their way to the fortress. This is always a great time to use the command SMW. Find out more about these runners, find your favorite runners, check out the brackets, see what's coming up. It's going to give you access to the bracket, the schedule, the Discord, so you can stay up to date on all of this No Star World Winter Tournament. If you're a viewer outside of the US and you're eligible to sign up, you can use the command BETS and click on that promotional link from vi.gg, and you can qualify to get a free €20 bet that you can use on all the matches that you see right here in the Super Mario World Tournament, as well as others. Alright, they'll be last of their 2 flyover levels before the fortress. Both of them having a really great run right now. Seathorn just a little bit ahead. Seathorn is currently 16th on the leaderboards with a 33-14 that he got only 3 weeks ago. So we should see some good runs from him. I know he's warmed up. I know he plays really well. Thug as well is a very good player. They're both really fun to watch. Alright, Seathorn and Thug making their way through the fortress. We've got to get really close to those ball and chains, just over and under these fish. The last fish in these rooms we've seen being an issue for quite a few runners. It's an unfortunate mistake that you happen to see more than you would like. And at the end of this room, if you'll notice, Seathorn is about to go into a pipe. When he comes out, he's going to spin his cape at a certain precise moment right there. And he was hoping to despawn that thwomp that he's going above right now. We'll see if Thug goes for it to show it off. No, neither one of them got the thwomp despawn, so they're going to have to swim above him. It's something that saves a minuscule amount of time, but it looks really cool. If you know what you're looking for. Clean resi from Seathorn. Thug going into the fight as well. Seathorn's going to maintain his lead through the fortress, making their way to everyone's favorite level, Butterbridge 1. Alright, Seathorn is the first in to everyone's favorite level. Get your resident sleepers out. This level is a great time to go check out the leaderboard, go follow these runners. They will still be in this level when you get back, do not worry. We're going to see if we see any swag in this level, though. We've seen a lot of complacent boredom lead to a lot of deaths in this level. Hopefully we don't see any here. I want to see if we see any block duping. Every now and then, someone does a little bit of swag in this level. Because there's not much else you can do. You basically just sit around in this super long auto-scroller and hope for it to end. Looks like no one's gonna pick up a shell for any swag, so they're just gonna be going through this low and slow. I see in chat, Silver's actually bringing up a great point, honestly. Is score manipulation a big thing in No Star World? Being a big 11 exit player, it's huge in that. And I've noticed you mention it a few times. It's gotten me curious how optimized score manipulation is in this. There are minor time saves you can have in this game through manipulating your score to have the digits at their lowest value that you can get. I'm not sure how viable it would be for something as long as No Star World, but I'm sure top runners have mapped it out at some point. So with a run this long, it's definitely got to be a few seconds at least. An 11 exit, it can save about a second just to manipulate your score, and that's just an 11-minute run. Alright, they are out of their 2 flyover stages. We can get back to the action. They're going to be heading into Ludwig's Castle. We're going to see some cool cape tech, maybe one of them differing in room 2. Now, Seathorn is going to be using some cool cape mechanics here, stomping the ground to get rid of enemies in front of him while cape canceling through these ball and chains, not taking any damage. He sticks with cape in room 2. Just from the runners we've seen in the tournament, that's been a favorite. It is sketchy because of what you saw happen with Seathorn. You can hit one of those potaboos and it will knock your flight down. There's a big chance you'll hit the lava if that happens. Fortunately, he hit a platform. Thug's gonna have to take it a little slower. He didn't get that spin jump off at the beginning the way he wanted. Alright, and Seathorn once again utilizing his flower power to do 2 quick fireballs and a jump, getting Ludwig out of there. Otherwise, he would have to stomp him 3 times naturally, which adds a lot of time to the run. So good job on both of their parts. They'll be heading into Forest of Illusion, where maybe we will see a wings attempt. Now it looks like Seathorn is still Flower, while Thug is Cape. It is actually slightly faster to change back to your Cape in Forest of Illusion 1. If you can grab that power box, or the item box power up, while Mario's head is a little off the top of the screen, you're not going to go through a power up transition. Minimal time save, but a real time save. So you'll see him jump way up, get his head up near the top of the screen, and switch over. And he's got a green shell in his mouth and his Yoshi, so keep an eye on Seathorn. We have a wings attempt here. He's going to try to grab the shell while it's moving, dupe on the left side to create Yoshi wings. And he got it. The contents of that box is dependent on its horizontal value, so if he duped up like he did, it would just be another P-balloon. Duping to the left grants him those Yoshi wings, and he gets out of that level nice and quick. He's going for another big trick in this race. We've seen a lot of runs depend on this. This is the Yoshi clip where he's going to dismount near the ceiling. It will line him up perfectly to remount in a clip spot, get in that corner, and he is in the walls right now. This level is an absolute maze, and it just eats away your time. So it's a big thing to have happen in this race to get it as smoothly as Seathorn did. Thug going for his clip right now. Ooh, almost getting that left side clip. I find that to be a little harder than the right side clip. You don't have as good of a visual cue. Yeah, he's dismounting a little early on the left side. This one looks good, though. Yes, and he is in. Ooh. Oh, no, and the worst thing happens to Thug. He swam up at the wrong moment, putting him back into the level and losing his cape. He's going to have to swim through this naturally, as Seathorn is a whole level ahead now in Forest of Illusion 3. This is why that clip means so much. He would have been out of this level about now. Unfortunate incident on Thug's side. Seathorn going through to collect the key in Forest of Illusion 3. He's going to be heading to Roy's Castle very soon. Alright, and he is out, making his way to Roy's Castle as Thug swims through Forest of Illusion 2, going the natural route. Seathorn's about to pull off the next big trick in a long list of them coming up here, called Roy Fly. We've seen a lot of deaths in this. He's going to stick to the ceiling as well as he can for a while, and at the last minute, dive bomb before the Potobos, pull back up, missing the last one, going through the spike room. He's got a good Roy Fly so far, maintaining that speed. And one last flight to get to the boss room. And this will be the last time you see him utilize his fireball against the boss, as it's not going to do anything against Wendy. And he is out of Roy's Castle. Thug having to go back for a cape. It's going to help him a lot to have one. Alright, and Thug is going to be going into Forest of Illusion 3 to fly over and hope that those hitboxes treat him a little better than the level previously. Seathorn will be making his way into Chocolate Island. Alright, and he is out going into Chocolate Island 1, where he's going to be attempting Pipe Fly. Of great run so far on Seathorn's part. He's got to be really happy about this so far. So for this pipe fly, they're going to try to maintain their P speed while going into a pipe here near the beginning of the level, while not losing their P speed. It's going to allow them to go into a parachute animation as they leave the pipe, and that will give Seathorn a maximum speed of 64 as opposed to a natural limit of 51, giving that little extra juice he needs. Looked like he thought about going for the spring or hitting the Koopa and decided against it at the end. Not sure if that's what he was going to do. Thug getting through those Podoboos just fine. He's in the spike room flying through Roy right now. And he does not have a fireball, so he's going to have to hit Roy naturally 3 times. It's going to lose him a little bit of time on the boss fight. Seathorn is having to fly above this fishing boot, but there are obstacles off screen above, so he needs to stay low enough to avoid the obstacles, high enough to avoid the fishing boot, and then cape cancel at the very end, getting a great suicide door at the last moment before that pit of death reaches him. Cape cancels through the boo lasers, and he is out. Alright, Thug will be joining him in Chocolate Island very shortly as Seathorn makes his way to Chocolate Island 2. We've seen a lot of safety Yoshis grabbed in this level. I don't think Seathorn will be one of them. He's going to skip that and move on to Room 2. He just needs to beat this level as fast as he can. It's mostly flyover. There's hardly any reason for concern. Thug will be making his way to Chocolate Island 1 with the cape. I'm not sure if we'll see a pipe fly attempt from him. Looks like he's getting lined up for it. Alright, and that looks good. And he did get it. So he will continue flying through the level without touching the ground there. When you don't get it, it drops you. Oh, he did drop. He's going to have to fly again. Grabbing the spring for a backup cape, probably not the worst decision. But yeah, if you don't get that pipe fly, you don't go into a parachute animation and you just fall back to the ground and you need to take off again. Seathorn's making his way through the secret. He's got one more room after this to exit. Having a little bit of hiccups on those ledges. Let's see if Thug can make it over this fishing boo without taking any damage. We've seen this fishing boo take a lot of capes. Seathorn looks good flying over. He should be safe. Good job on Thug's part. He just needs to get through this last room and he can leave. Alright. Thug and Seathorn will be exiting their levels. Seathorn scaring the bejesus out of me on that very last platform. He clipped to the very edge and almost took a swim in the lava. But fortunately he didn't hesitate and kept holding right, knowing that he would make it safe. So now Seathorn will be heading on to my favorite castle, Windy. This castle utilizes awesome cape mechanics. He's going to show off a lot in a quick amount of time here, so pay attention closely to Seathorn as he does cape canceling through these saws, not taking damage. Once again, cape canceling. Oh, didn't quite get under the crusher. He's playing it a little safer. Almost taking damage by that saw, ducking at the right moment. He's going to have to take this a little slower than he likes. Alright, and he is in room 2. And this room is silky smooth if you know what you're doing with a cape, and I'm sure Seathorn does. Once again, yeah, this is a no Star World tournament. It means these guys are going to beat the game as quick as they can without utilizing the Star World warps. Using Star World can give you an 11 exit run, which is roughly an 11-minute run. These longer runs definitely test the true skill of these players a little more. They're great for tournaments and competitions. So it's almost an all castles route. They're going to be skipping a couple of castles, but it's a great category to see people race. Very beginner friendly. All right, Seathorn is out of Windy. He will be making his way to the sunken ghost ship. Okay, and Seathorn's going to be grabbing this backup cape for a potential damage boost through a second boo ring in the next room. Thug is going through his Windy Castle right now. Let's see if it treats him a little better than it treated Seathorn. If he can make it under this crusher. Good cape cancel, just under the crusher, narrowly avoiding death. He's going to jump over these saws and fly through a few more. He has taken this first room super quick. Alright, Seathorn is going for a despawn here. At the end of this room, there are 2 boo rings. He can despawn both. His current setup leads me to believe he's only going to despawn 1. So 1 is gone. That should be right there. He's going to damage boost through this second one, grabbing his backup cape, threading the needle at the end. Actually using his iframes to get through. That was quick. Thug losing his cape in the Windy fight, but he has a backup. He should be good to go. He needs just 1 more hit and he can get out of there. Ooh, hitting the same hitbox. A bad place to lose another cape. He's going to be small going into Ghost Ship as Seathorn is making his way out. Seathorn grabbing the orb.
Orb.
Oh, it looks like I've got someone else here with me. All right, Seathorn will be making his way into the Valley of Bowser as Thug comes out of the Windy fight. He's got to deal with these Monty Moles first. They have the worst hitboxes. We've seen these take a lot of capes. He's going for a bottom route, which has been very scary in this tournament as of late. Looks like he's handling it like a champ, though. So Thug's going to have some issues. He's not going to be able to do any damage canceling. He doesn't have a cape. He's going to have a rough time in this Ghost Ship. Seathorn grabbing that extra block. He's going to use that to get another backup cape as he goes through Valley of Bowser. Alright, good Valley of Bowser 1 from Seathorn. Going into Valley of Bowser 2. This first room can give people a lot of grief. You need to stay just low enough to narrowly avoid those bats that are flying down while staying above the platforms and Koopas that are just below you. It's a really tight flight, but top players like Seathorn can pull it off great. Thug getting a good first despawn. He's probably going to damage cancel. Yeah, he's going to damage boost through that second ring. Not threading the needle. Taking a death on the second boo ring. Horrible place to take a death. Oh, goodness, Thug. Seathorn not getting the sandbar clip. He's going to take it low and slow. Secure the win. Looked like he might have been going for it, but fortunately he slid out. Thug is going to have to go through this again. Once again small, so he's not going to pick up a cape. Alright, and Seathorn is near the end. He just needs to get through that pipe and grab a key, and he'll be working his way to the Valley Fortress. Thug, once again, getting that good first despawn. Let's see how his playstyle changes. Oh, well, that works out for him. He doesn't need to damage boost through that ring. It lined up perfectly for him. Those boos were just goofing the first time. They played nice. Seathorn is in a fortress where we have, by far, seen the most deaths and most loss of cape. This is a very scary fortress. I mean, in almost every race, we've seen one of the runners at least have a rough fortress. So it's a tough one. Thug grabbing the second of 2 orbs. Seathorn playing it a little safe, getting past the main crusher that has killed most people. Good job on his part. He is in the res fight, getting a quick and smooth kill. Thug going back for a cape, probably smart. Seathorn will be heading into the Bowser's Castle shortly. He has maintained a slight lead on Thug throughout this entire race, hardly having any mistakes in his run. I mean, Seathorn's got to be real happy about this run so far. Thug having to deal with those Monty Moles, hopefully not losing a cape while Seathorn makes his way through the dark room before the final Bowser fight. He's flying up to say hi to Bowser before he beats his butt. Thug grabbing another backup cape. Smart decision, making his way into Valley of Bowser 2. Seathorn's going to be doing some cape kills here, where he flies up and hits the Mecha Koopas just as Bowser throws them. Now you noticed he destroyed one of those Mecha Koopas. That is on purpose, so Bowser throws 2 more here. So Seathorn's going to get that second hit, ending phase 1, and he has a leftover Koopa to pull off a trick that we call ball skip. World record in this category currently held by Daisui, who is in the tournament with a 32.52. And I don't think it's wrong to say that that could change very shortly. A lot of people have been gunning for world record lately, and I think they definitely have a sure shot at it. So during this tournament, always stay tuned to the leaderboards. People are going to be cranking out great runs almost every day. Alright, and Seathorn getting that ball skip. He needed to hit Bowser at a specific moment to make sure he didn't get a second bowling ball. Bowser's going to switch straight to the Mecha Koopas, giving him that second hit, ending phase 2. It's a substantial time save. Every SMW player should know how to do it. Thug getting a little caught up with his speed, trying to go for a last-minute sandbar clip, not getting it, taking a death in Valley of Bowser 2. Didn't get to slide out of it, unfortunately. So he's going to be small going back in as Seathorn flying up for his final hit. Get y'all's GGs ready and throw him out for Seathorn. Finishing first with that 33-27. Great run on Seathorn's part. Big GGs out to him. That is dangerously close to his PB. All right, and Thug will be making his way. Oh, Thug is going to go ahead and take the reset. Wow, so close to a PB for Seathorn. Really great run on his part. But Thug wants to waste no time. He wants to get into this next race. All right, we will be setting that up for y'all. This is another great time for y'all to go and follow these runners, man. Check them out. Watch them as they go through Super Mario World. You'll see them both on Twitch a lot, getting their grind in. And that first of the best of 3 is going to go to Seathorn over thugkj. This is a round 2 match, the winner of which will be going on to face Weird Waldo 42. If you want to find out more, you can use that command SMW. That's going to give you all the information you need to know about this tournament regarding the bracket, the schedule, access to the Discord, so you can follow your favorite runners and stay up to date on information. It's also a great time if anyone has any questions about Super Mario World, no Star World this tournament. Great time to get them out. Go give everyone a follow. And also, if you're a viewer outside of the US and are eligible to sign up, you can go ahead and use that command BETS and click on that promotional link from vi.gg to get your free €20 bet. And you can use that on all the matches you see right here in this No Star World Winter Tournament on twitch.tv/speedgaming. Alright, now Thug needs to win these next two races back to back to move on to round 3. Seathorn looking for that one more win in this second race that will secure the victory for him. Alright, and it looks like these guys are getting ready, so we should be starting very shortly. I know Seathorn's definitely going to be looking for another run like he had. Thug, unfortunately, it all started coming apart in Ludwig's castle in room 2. Started having issues there, and it just kind of snowballed from there. Hopefully his Forced Evolution treats him a lot better. That Yoshi clip is what really did it in for him. He could have stayed up with Seathorn quite well, if not for that Yoshi's clip incident that we saw. So he's going to be looking for that Yoshi to treat him a little more nicely. Thug's current leaderboard PB is a 34-22 from, it has to be accurate because it is from yesterday. So he must have just gotten his run approved. He has a 34-22. Seathorn just about a minute faster than him on his PB. The run he just had was faster than Thug's personal best. So he needs to rely on Seathorn to make some mistakes in this next race. And that's not a bet I would be willing to make. Seathorn is a well-known top player. He's very consistent. And also another great time for y'all to check out the leaderboards. I'll go ahead and throw a link in chat for y'all. This is a good way to check out those top runners and compare them to the bracket that we provide you with the links. You'll notice that most of the top runners in this category are in this tournament. They're going to be fighting for that $750 prize pool, and they are really hitting it hard with their runs. I feel like the past few weeks I've done nothing but been able to watch some of the most incredible No Star World runs and world record attempts. And it's just great to see a category like this explode when a tournament comes around. Alright, these guys will be getting started very shortly. Once again, this is race 2. This is a best of 3. Seathorn74 versus thugkj in Super Mario World No Star World Winter Tournament right here on twitch.tv/speedgaming, and they are off. We shouldn't see any surprises, hopefully, in this first level. We've seen a couple of runners goof around and pay for it dearly. Hopefully we don't see any of that this time. Now we should be seeing a 360 on the timer from both of these runners. They could go for some swag move here and hope that they lock into a top speed on the final jump, giving them a 361 on the timer up top. No real-time save, it's just something cool that runners can pull off in the first level here. Seathorn showing it off right there, taking that jump off of those turn blocks and the final jump, locking into that top speed, getting a swaggy 361. While that saves him no real time over Thug, he definitely gets a point for that in my book. So we'll be making their way through Yoshi's Island 3, an incredibly acrobatic level where these runners are going to have to rely on the wooden platforms that you see them running on. Those move right with Mario, and that's going to give them the little extra juice that they need to get a 259 on the timer, lest they get a 258. Looks like both of them are going through this quite well, though. We shouldn't see any issues. And a 259 from both of them. Good job all around. They'll be heading into Yoshi's Island 4, where maybe we'll see a shell jump attempt. Alright, making their way through Yoshi's Island 4. Looks like Thug might have attempted. Seathorn getting the shell jump. He got a 361. He got the shell jump. This man is made of swag. He's going to be getting a 276 on the level as opposed to Thug's 275. That is the first of many micro time saves that Seathorn can use to keep himself in a lead. Alright, and they are in Iggy's castle. This has a few tight jumps as well as maneuvering through these cages. Both of them look pretty comfortable with it, honestly. Thug having a little bit of issues. Same with Seathorn on that very last cage. Normally you want to try to grab it right next to the platform, but their jumps didn't allow that, so they had to have a little bit of a crawl over to the door. Alright, Seathorn showed off more swag, landing on that flower and bouncing off before its hitbox was even available. Just showing off some of the jank in Super Mario World. There's a chance you can run through a power-up and not even grab it. A 241 from Seathorn, a 240 from Thug. Once again, those little paper cuts from Seathorn can help him secure a victory versus Thug. Alright, they'll be making their way into Donut Plains 1, where they're going to be grabbing a cape that hopefully lasts them for quite a while. Alright, and in this level you're going to see these runners quickly grab a cape and take to the skies. Thug, unfortunately, losing that cape to the bad flying Koopaling. He went back trying to respawn that flying Koopaling, but it was nowhere to be found. It is already despawned. He's having a bad time in DP1. He needs to find somewhere to take flight. He's not happy with any of the platforms he's getting. Unfortunately, running into another Koopaling as Seathorn is going to exit. So Thug is just going to go ahead and no-cape this, grabbing a Yoshi, and that's going to help him get up to the keyhole. Don't know when the next time we'll see him go back for a cape is. Could be now, could be after DS1. I would hope that he goes for it now, to be honest. He is, okay. Probably a smart move from Thug. Seathorn making his way with the shell. He's going to switch this off for a P-switch because there's a chance you can lose the shell to fish. You will not lose a P-switch to fish. Alright. Very sketchy with that last fish, but he manages to slaughter it and get out of there with a 251. Alright, Thug going through his dry room. He's hoping to grab that shell and make his way out quick. He had a little bit of vertical height he didn't need there, giving him that discolored pipe as he exited. But otherwise, he's looking pretty solid as Seathorn going through the ghost house. He just needs to fly to the top of this room, and he'll be out of there. Just as Thug exits Donut Secret 1. Seathorn will be making his way into Donut Plains 3. He's got a couple of flyover levels to get under him before Morton's Castle. The big thing on this level Seathorn has been going into is this early P-speed where he's going to try to use the rotating platforms to fly. Getting it nice and smooth. We've seen a lot of failures on those attempts. It's a very sketchy P-speed attempt. I've been playing around a lot with it lately, and while you think you can have it consistent, you can do something that looks exactly the same and you're just not going to get the P-speed. So it's good that Seathorn has the consistency that he has. Thug also getting that flight last race as well. Let's see if it treats him nicely. A good job on his part. Alright, and this is their Seathorn's second of 2 flyover levels before he enters Morton's Castle. Thug will be going into Donut Plains 4 to meet up with Seathorn here shortly, just as Seathorn exits. Thug had a little bit of an issue on this level last time. Let's hope he doesn't this time. He lost a couple of cape pumps and landed on the ground near the end with all these parachuting Goombas, put him in a very tight situation. Seathorn needs to get his flight up immediately and get into that secret pipe so we can see his Morton fly attempt. He had a fantastic Morton fly last race. I don't expect any differently this time. So he wants to do spin flies while maintaining P-speed on the ground. That's why you'll see him swing out so wildly with that cape. Wrapping around corners as tightly as you can is not going to give you flight when you keep landing. So interestingly enough, you have to use more of your flight to keep your flight. He got up there perfectly, and he's going to be taking out Morton with 2 fireballs in a jump to make his way into Vanilla Dome. As Thug is just entering Morton's Castle, he's going to be going for his Morton fly attempt shortly. He had a little bit of an issue, but made same cycle last race. Alright, Thug doing even better this time around. Getting that flower switch. Nice, throwing the trampoline. Alright, and he has made it through. Seathorn's going to be exiting his cutscene, going into Vanilla Dome 1 to take the secret exit up and out of Vanilla Dome. We've seen a lot of sticky situations in this level as well. As to get to that key with just your cape, you need to utilize pretty much all the vertical height that your cape allows. Watch Seathorn right now as he goes all the way up, just barely making it there. If you scrape any part of that ceiling going up, you're not going to make it. And we've seen lots of runners lose their lead to that moment. Now, Seathorn, oh no, losing his cape. Fortunately, there's a backup there. He's going to eat some time for it. Yep, he's going to go through this level low and slow. He wants to hold on to that cape now. Thug going for his attempt to fly up to the key. Let's hope he gets the height he needs. He does. Threading the needle just perfectly, getting out of there. Seathorn will be exiting Vanilla Secret as Thug enters. Now, Thug had some issues on this level as well last time. If he doesn't, he'll take a little bit of time off of Seathorn's lead. He did just fine. Great job on Thug's part. Seathorn has 2 more flyover levels to do before he reaches the fortress. Thug will be joining him shortly. These guys so far have had a great run. But these things could change when they get near the end of this line and they reach Ludwig's castle. That's where we started seeing things go really off the rails. Alright, Seathorn's checking out the sea, playing with the dolphins. This will be his final flyover level before he makes his way to the fortress. Alright, Seathorn is out of there. He's going to be making his way into the fortress. Have a little bit of a fight with a Resi before he moves on to some more, exciting levels. I'll say exciting. That's the word we'll pick for now. Now this is a great fortress because for lots of casual players it can look difficult. And things like flying up against those ball and chains can, look difficult. But runners like Seathorn know what they're doing. This should pose no problem. Sometimes we've seen an issue with the last fish in the room on both rooms of this fortress. Seathorn came out great last time. We'll see if he goes for this Thwomp despawn though. Here when he exits the pipe, he'll be spinning his cape right now. That Thwomp is still there. So what both of these runners are trying to do is despawn that Thwomp by spinning their cape just as he loads into the game. And the game will just not spawn him. Very minimal time save, but once again it looks great. Seathorn getting out of that res fight nice and clean. He's going to be heading to everyone's favorite hype level, Butterbridge 1. Everyone get on the edge of your seat because this is where this race gets sticky. Alright, Thug keeping his cape under that last fish. Good job making his way into the Reznor fight. And losing his cape in the Reznor. Not the worst deal if he can manage to keep his flower right now in the fight. He did. He's going to make his way into Butterbridge 1. He can pick up a cape there. Almost a very tense situation over on Thug's side. And I can feel the excitement just emanating from Seathorn's right screen right now. Going through the most exciting of all the exits, Butterbridge 1. I tell you, it's rare to capture excitement in such a pure form in a game, but Butterbridge 1 happens to do it time and time again. Oh wow, those platforms gonna go up or down? Is the screen gonna go right or more right? Who knows? This is Butterbridge 1, the most exciting level. This is also a great time to take some time out of your day. Go and follow these runners. Keep up on Super Mario World and support them. thugkj and Seathorn. Throw their links in the chat so you can go throw them a follow. They'll still be in this level when you get back. Don't worry. The excitement is going nowhere. Thug does need to keep his flower so he can pick up a cape. Seathorn's going for a little bit of swag, maybe? He's in a good spin fly. He's trying to get a position to catch flight as he exits the pipe, possibly. Oh, I don't know. He might have grinded the top of that pipe too long. He got it, though. Showing off that 10th of a second swag that we got in this level. Thug picked up the backup cape he needed. Wow, it is hard to contain my excitement during this level. Seathorn going through his last flyover stage before he reaches Ludwig's castle. I gotta say, Butterbridge is an interesting level because it's the only level that makes you thankful for a flyover level next. Seathorn is having the time of his life, actually going the speed he wants through this level. Alright, Thug out of Butterbridge 1, Seathorn out of Butterbridge 2. He's going to be going into Ludwig's castle. We saw little oopsie daisies in room 2. If he can manage to not get hit by the Potaboos, he'll be just fine. So this one's going to show some cool cape mechanics. Notice him stomping to get rid of the enemies in front of the screen. He's going to do cape canceling through those ball and chains, getting into room 2. Seathorn likes to keep his cape here. This is where a mess up happened last time. He needs to fly just under these Potoboos without touching them. Ooh, narrowly avoiding losing his cape. Very sketchy situation, but Seathorn pulled it off. Thug's going to be right behind him going into the castle. Seathorn's going up room 3, which is an awful room. As if cages weren't bad enough, an entire vertical room filled with them. He still has his flowers, so he's going to be able to pop off 2 fireballs and a jump to get rid of Ludwig and get on out of there. Thug going through room 2 himself. He had to play it real slow last time, missing a spin jump at the beginning. He's looking much better this time. Smooth room 2, showing how it's done. Alright, nice switch to Flower going into the cages. He's managing these cages really nicely. Good jump at the top. That Koopa at the top can be a little bit of an issue for people unless you know what you're doing. He's gonna get the pop, pop, and bop on Ludwig. Both going into the cutscene. Seathorn's gonna be getting out of his quickly, moving on to Forest of Illusion 1. We not only saw a Wings attempt, we saw a Wings success last time. So keep your eyes on Seathorn's screen as he goes into the Forest of Illusion. Another interesting thing he does is switch to cape in this level as opposed to Thug in the previous level. Because if he gets up high enough in the screen with this Yoshi and switches, he's not going to have a power-up transition. And now he has a seamless cape. Thug lost a minuscule amount of time switching to cape, which does a power-up transition. But now watch Seathorn grab this Koopa. He's got a green Koopa in his mouth with his Yoshi. He's flying under the level right now. He needs to grab the shell while it's moving, dupe this block to the left. He's not going for a second attempt. He accidentally duped that block upwards, revealing a pea balloon. If he was able to dupe it to the left side, he would glitch in Yoshi wings. And that will get you out of the level about 6 seconds on average faster. But missing that first attempt, Seathorn did the smart thing and decided to move on to Forest of Illusion 2. He's going to be pulling off Yoshi Clip here. He had to set up a sub-pixel in a weird spot, but oh my god, Seathorn nailing that Yoshi's Clip. A perfect... Oh my god, that was seamless. Seamless. He is through. Even better than the first time. He's got to be real happy about this run. So Thug's going to be making his way to Yoshi's Clip. He had a lot of issues with this last time, unfortunately swimming back into the level after getting the clip. Let's watch how he pulls it off this time. He needs to dismount Yoshi near the ceiling. It'll line him up perfectly to mount back into the clip. Thug gets it great. I noticed how controlled he swam under that floor right there near the clip. That is where he swam back in the level last time, losing his cape. Thug staying hot on the heels of Seathorn as he goes in to Forest of Illusion 3. Alright, and Thug will be leaving Forest of Illusion 2 after a great Yoshi's Clip. Seathorn will be taking the secret exit in Forest of Illusion 3. He'll be heading on down into Roy's Castle. And this is, once again, where we're going to see some really cool cape mechanics. We've seen a lot of runners lose their capes and or lives here. Both of these players pulled it off great last time. Let's see if they can do it again. So Seathorn is going to want to stick to the ceiling until a certain moment where these Potoboos are going to get up in his face, but he dive bombs down, pulling back up at the last second, narrowly avoiding the last one. Through these spikes, no ceiling, no ground, he is staying in the air, managing his flight beautifully. He's going to want to switch to Flower before he reaches the boss. And this will be the last time you see the Flower used on a boss in this run. Just 2 fireballs and a jump is all it takes for Seathorn to get out of there. Thug is right behind him, going into the castle. All right, and a great dodge from Thug there, going through the spikes. He didn't have Fireball last time, so he's in a better position than he was. He's having a great Forest of Illusion, staying right behind Seathorn. Seathorn will be moving into Chocolate Island. Alright, we're going to see Seathorn go for Pipe Fly here. He's going to manage his P-Speed in such a way that when he enters this upcoming pipe, he'll have enough of it left in the bank to continue parachuting outside of this pipe. Great job from Seathorn. He'll be flying through this level easy, and that Pipe Fly right there is going to give him a little extra boost juice. It's going to let him fly at a speed of 64 as opposed to a natural limit of 51. Thug's going to be going for his attempt now as Seathorn going into the Chocolate Ghost House. Alright, Thug also getting Pipe Fly. Good job on him. Seathorn needs to stay just above this fishing boo while avoiding the off-screen obstacles that are above the stage. And then Cape cancel at the last moment, going through the fishing boo. Didn't get the suicide door that time. Good jump on his part to avoid the pit, though. He's going to Cape cancel through these boos, boosting him up to the door so he can get out of there. Showing off some nice door fly. Alright, and Thug going for his attempt as well. He needs to avoid this fishing boo. Touching him at the wrong moment can really put you in a bad spot. Alright, he had to early Cape cancel there. And he's going to pay for it, falling down the pit, losing his backup power-up. He has no cape. He'll be going back into the Ghost House Small unless he goes back for a cape, which he is deciding to do. He'll probably be going back to Forest of Illusion 1 for that. Seathorn's going to be flying through Chocolate Island 2. This level's not a problem. You just need to get to the end, grab the key, and put it in. He is out. Good 269 as he goes into Chocolate Secret. This level, we've seen a lot of issues with runners in the past. Seathorn honestly had a phenomenal run last time, so it's hard to know what to expect from him this time. He's been showing off that same level of consistency in this run, though. Right, and a great room one from Seathorn. Notice he hung up on some of the platforms in this room, too, last time. I'm sure he'll be thinking about that in this run. Good job narrowly avoiding the ends of those platforms. Those can kill your speed. Oof, Thug not having a good time in this ghost house. He's going to take it, just go to the door without cape. Seathorn just needs to fly over this last level and he'll be making his way into Wendy's castle. Alright, Thug getting a good damage boost to go through that last line of boos, bouncing him up to the door. He can grab a cape next level if he would like. We'll have to do a weird route to get the cape, but he could do it if he wanted. Okay, he's just going to go back for that quick Forest of Illusion 1 cape. Seathorn's going to be going into my favorite castle, Wendy. This is going to show off really cool cape mechanics right here. The cape cancels through these saws. You notice he is not taking damage. He's going to go up and over those under this crusher, once again taking no damage. He just needs a few more saws to get through, and 3 crushers right here at the end. Maybe he'll do another cape cancel. Alright, choosing to take it a little slow. He's in room 2, which he did great last time. I find this to be a really acrobatic cape level. It looks phenomenal. And he is through and on to the Wendy fight. Thug flying through Chocolate Island 2. C had a great Wendy fight last time. Looks like Wendy's helping him along this time. giving him good spawns. He'll be moving on to the sunken ghost ship very shortly. Once again, a phenomenal run from Seathorn so far. Really putting the pressure on the other runners in this tournament. Alright, Thug is going through it small. Must have taken a death somewhere. Oh, and he takes another. A Chuck is gonna no-scope him. Hit him with a baseball right to the dome, sending him back where he was at the beginning of Chocolate Island 2. He could get a cape here by collecting 21 coins in room 1. And that will take him to a room 2 that has a cape. He's going to take another death in Chocolate Island 2. I'm not sure if he knows about that cape or if he's just unable to get it, maybe. But that would be a good option I would take. Seathorn picked up a backup cape that he's going to use at the end of this room here. He's going for spawn manipulation here. He's going to try to despawn the 2 boo rings at the end. I think he just goes for 1 despawn, the first of the 2 rings. I didn't see much of an attempt for a second despawn. I think he's fine using a damage boost for the second. So you'll see there should be a ring right here where Mario is, but there's not. Careful swimming and planning your trip can ensure that that boo ring does not spawn. Damage boosting through that second ring, grabbing that backup cape you saw him grab at the beginning of the level. Thug's gonna take a game over. I'm not sure how he's feeling about this. Looks like we have a forfeit on his part. Unfortunate ending for Thug there. Seathorn, though, is grabbing the orb.
Orb.
That was a terrible orb.
Oh, that was great. Alright, unfortunately for Thug, that forfeiture means that this win will automatically go to Seathorn, giving him 2 out of the best of 3. So everyone put up a big GG's for Thug for participating in this tournament. He got through that round 1, 2-0 versus Demon Battler to make his way up to Seathorn. We love seeing Thug race here in the community. It's always fun to see him. Unfortunately, he will be eliminated from this tournament. So everyone, make sure to throw out your GG's for Thug. Great runner who had unfortunate incidents. Chocolate Island cannot be friendly sometimes. Seathorn, I think, should just keep going with this. He is on a fantastic run. He can show off some really cool stuff. All right, let's see if we see any sand clip here from him, or sandbar clip. So there's a chance he can clip into that yellow portion of the level. He did not get it again. Race. He's still on great pace, though. He just needs to get through what is essentially an auto-scroller. It's an auto-scroller with a higher chance of death, let's be honest here. He just needs to make it to the end, showing off that cool little clip you can do. It's not going to save him time, but it's always great to show off. All right, once he makes it through this pipe, he's going to grab the key and be on his way to the fortress. At this point, it's no longer even Valley Fortress. This fortress is infamous. It has taken everyone's cape, everyone's lives. Seathorn had to play a little slow last time. This is the most intense fortress. Let's hope it treats him good. So he chilled at the beginning so he could make sure to be on a good cycle with those crushers, spinning through those enemies nicely. All right, he's gotten past a few of the choke points we've seen people lose cape. That's a purposeful cape cancel he did there on the spikes. I know it looked a little scary there for a second. Oh, and he is gonna lose his first of 2 capes on those spikes. At least it's before he reaches the next area of crushers. This could have gone a lot worse for him considering. And he made it past the final crushers. He's on to the Reznor. Okay, and he is through the last buoy, making his way to the Bowser fight to finish up this fantastic run. Okay, managing his way through the dark room. He needs to thread this needle right there and go over that Mecha Koopa. Those 2 Mecha Koopas are probably responsible for as many capes as the Fortress. Not in this tournament, but in runs as a whole. Those 2 Mecha Koopas are some pretty rough guys. Seathorn showing off some cape swag going into the Bowser fight. He had a great Bowser fight last time. I'm sure he'll do just as fine here. He's going for what we call cape kills, where he's going to fly up and hit Bowser just as he throws those Mecha Koopas. Good insta-hit on his part. He's going to destroy that second of 2 Mecha Koopas. That's going to make Bowser throw another 2 right here as opposed to 1. Getting that second hit, ending phase 1, and he's going to save another Mecha Koopa for ball skip. In phase 2, if you're familiar with the game, Bowser's Clown card drops 2 what I call bowling balls that will roll towards Mario, and he has to avoid, and they're very slow and obnoxious. But Seathorn can manipulate it to where Bowser's only going to drop 1 of them. He's going to leave that Mecha Koopa just asleep right there, and right when Bowser's about to stop, he's going to grab that Mecha Koopa and fly up to the side. The first bowling ball is out on the ground right now. If he hits Bowser at the perfect time, which I feel he did, Bowser's not going to drop that second bowling ball. He's going to go straight to the Koopas as Seathorn lands on him right when he throws him, getting another cape kill, ending phase 2. Great ball skip from Seathorn, showing off more swag right there. Could this run be filled with much more swag? We have a 361, we have a shield jump, we got the swag clips, we got item flies and Bowser. Alright, and this bounce skip right there, hitting Bowser right when his hitbox appears, will make Bowser bounce only 5 times as opposed to 8. It's going to line Seathorn up for his 6th and final hit on Bowser, ending his run and winning this round 2 match with a 33-38. Phenomenal run from Seathorn. Get your GGs out for him. Absolutely great run. All right, and that is going to give Seathorn the 2nd star he needs to move on to round 3 versus Weird Waldo 42. Thug, unfortunately, will be eliminated. This is a single elimination tournament. So let's get more GGs out for him as well. Yeah, a great run from Seathorn, like 2 really good runs. And that's just a round 2 match. So if you guys want to see more of these matches, we have all the top runners in this tournament. You should go check it out using that command SMW. It's going to give you all the information you need about this No Star World Winter Tournament, including the bracket, schedule, access to the Discord. You should definitely go check it out. Right. I'm going to go ahead and also link the leaderboard for y'all as well. You guys go check that out. Follow these runners as well. We got more matchups coming for you tomorrow that you should definitely tune into. Saturday, December 22nd, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. We're going to have 2 races going on at the same time for y'all. That's right. 4 players on screen at once. We're going to have Mike the Pwn Star, who y'all know through the races here and commentary, going against Louis, the #1 seed in this tournament. Make sure not to miss that one. And during that race, we will also be having Fitz 1889 versus Dots Are Cool. So both of those runs you absolutely should not miss. And we're going to go ahead and talk to Seathorn here. And so I've got Seathorn here, who is the winner of this round 2 match. How's it going, Seathorn?
Good.
Dude, those were 2 really good runs.
Yeah, they were pretty solid. No huge mistakes.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, I'll take mid 33s in races.
Absolutely. That's going to get Weird Waldo a little scared. I bet he's going to be the one you're going against next in round 3.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that one.
All right, so how do you feel about those runs?
The first one was better than the second one. I mean, I didn't get sandbar in the first one, although I didn't get sandbar in the second one either. That's always, you know, a big time loss, but not really a mistake. And then the second one I messed up Vanilla Secret 1. Got the Vanilla Secret 1 spaghetti, as usual. And both times I messed up Ludwig Room 2, which was pretty spooky, almost fell on the lava.
That was
both times.
so scary. That's so scary. Fortunately, you hit those platforms, but
Yeah. I have fallen in the lava there many times before, so I'm glad I didn't.
I mean, yeah, we all have. It's hard to explain like how low you have to keep it without scraping a platform or hitting a potaboo.
Yeah. And then second time I just barely scraped some spike in Valley Fort and had to sit there and wait for like 10 seconds while my cape fell down.
But hey, at least you didn't lose your life. I always like in that for this tournament, that fortress has killed like in every race at least one of the runners. So like the fact that neither one of y'all like took a death in fortress.
Yeah, it's always rough.
Yeah, and at least it was to spikes and not crushers.
Yeah.
Those are super unforgiving.
I had a cape in the Bowser fight both times this run. My PB did not have cape, which is unfortunate. I can always save a ton of time against my PB there.
Yeah, it looked like your first run was really close to PB.
It was. If I had gotten sandbar, it would have PB'd by like 2 seconds.
Oh my god. So you're right on the edge of that.
Yeah. Both times I didn't have that great of a forest. Of course, FY1 wings never cooperate.
Yeah, you did get it that first race on second attempt.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting to see you didn't even go for a second attempt on that second race. You just decided to just break off and go for it.
I just dropped the shell on accident.
Oh, gotcha.
I would know.
Yeah, and it looked good
until I get it, but
yeah, I was surprised to see that people in on the second race. I thought you had wings on that one. It looked good. But
yeah, even if it looks
it
good,
happens.
Depending on the like interaction frame you can get, it can be like a 60% chance you get wings, or like a 40% chance you get wings that like alternates or something. So
wow.
It's pretty bad.
But regardless, those were some good runs. Hopefully you're going to keep bringing that to the tournament.
Well, thanks for commentating it.
Yeah, of course. We always appreciate seeing y'all run.
Are there any more races coming up soon?
Not today, but tomorrow
really?
at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Got Mike the Pwn Star versus Louis. And Fitz versus Dots going on at the same time.
That one should be pretty good.
Yeah, so that one will be awesome to watch. But that is going to do it for us today. I appreciate Seathorn coming in and chatting with us about those runs.
Yep. Well, thank you.
All right. And thank you. Do you got any last words before we go ahead and sign off?
Nope.
All right. Well, that is going to go ahead and do it for us here at the Super Mario World No Star World Winter Tournament. Go ahead and throw out that command for those racers. Y'all make sure to go ahead and give them a follow and check them out. Seathorn is going to be moving on to round 3 to go off against Weird Waldo 42, who took a 2-0 lead versus Marcelo to get to round 3. So you guys definitely tune in for that one. Tomorrow, once again, coming up Saturday, December 22nd, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. We're going to have 2 races going on simultaneously for you. It's going to be Mike the Pone Star versus Louie, and also Fitz 1889 versus Dots Are Cool. Make sure to tune in for those races. It's going to be a great one to check out. And I believe that is going to do it for us here at twitch.tv/speedgaming. Make sure to stay tuned and follow the other speed gaming channels for more of your speed gaming itch scratching. I'm W. Carrick, and that's going to do it for us. Have a good one.